Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the New York Giants and the Washington Redskins. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
First carry for Darius Geis. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Olivier Vernon brings him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Loretta. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you won't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about what he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that. That's why they're able to get to him on it.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll set up to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd down.
I I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. Taking it in. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up past the 35, a very good return, but a penalty down. That may negate all the good work.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
So that will push him back.
First down.
And now we know why I have low extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
On first down, it's Della. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Della looking to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarring it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Della. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brady, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain. Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I thought the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They'll hand it down to Geis. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They are, however, facing a 4th down situation, and the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. What?
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now Leonard Fournette. Noah Spence in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Fournette. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Back to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go. 38.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then...
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Detroit.
Lawletta again here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, this is Geis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Lawletta. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Rosas good with the extra point. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus.
Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham Beckham, 68 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So out now come the Redskins. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now here's Lauletta. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go. Brand 38.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go. What? 9.
They'll drop the throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Brand 30.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So we've reached halftime here on... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it.
Let's go! 1, 9!
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hut.
Lauletta on first down. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Coming off play action, Lauletta. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. This is Geis, and he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's Lauletta off play action. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Back to throw, Lauletta. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And New York set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now it's Lauletta. Airing one out for Crowder. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to...
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Lauletta dancing to his left. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Redskins have made this a one-score game.
Although it's more commonplace now than at any other time in the NFL, it's still tough to think about throwing a rookie quarterback right into the fire week 1. But guess what? He handled the fire awfully well and threw his first touchdown pass.
Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So, to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their touchdown.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
Here we go. White, 90. White, 90.
On play action, they'll throw. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Giants on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is third down and 12.
Let's go. Brad, 38.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Finding room inside the 40. They can't tackle. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to the air, Lauletta on second down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. This is third and long. Here's Lauletta. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Lauletta. And no, it's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Here we go. What? 90.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the 4th quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close them.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
When you spend your 1st-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. He'll get it up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
What? 90. What? 90.
Here's Fournette. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. A great effort there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes Kyle Lauletta and company back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory, like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Here we go now.
On 2nd and 10, Lauletta. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Shaquille Barrett. Able to disrupt yet another pass play. His third sack of the afternoon. Lauletta to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And now out come the Giants. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
A handoff to Fournette, and an alley to run. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And an alley to run. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run with Fournette. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And partner, this first week, this first